So what I can say is, if the carbon project is centered to the community and the community have more power, the carbon project does not only develop or grow, rather it thrives and it creates more value to the community.
Centering people at the heart of high-integrity natural climate solutions. We know that this is where the supply from this high-integrity carbon market comes from, and it is utterly dependent on the engagement, the support, and the partnership with communities, Indigenous peoples, and Afro-descendants living on the front line and acting as nature stewards, driving nature restoration and protection.
The need to honour the centrality of people to achieving really meaningful nature and climate goals. When we're talking about things like social inclusion, equity, justice, communities, I think it's much harder to really understand the complexity of it simply by having experts tell us about it.
I feel that it is really important to be able to include these local knowledge and local perspectives as part of the conversations and in this design of the whole carbon market, and how we make it much more participatory than what it used to be in the past. And it's being increasingly realized by all the stakeholders.
I think the evolution in recent years of high integrity approaches and the utilization of technology is a great enabler. It's supporting us to get to some better outcomes, but the technology is not an end in itself.
So in Maasai we have a certain proverb which we say, which means the value of every Maasai man is in cattle. So it's very difficult to have cattle if you don't have enough land. That allows some sort of mobility, which gives the livestock the chance to move for grazing and to find for water. So for now, the community sees the carbon project not as the carbon project, but sees as the project for the community. And we see carbon projects as our project.
We need to change the way we talk about communities and indigenous peoples and stop talking about them as beneficiaries or stakeholders, but really consider them and work with them as partners. That connection between what happens on the ground and the good governance and that governance as a risk mitigation measures.
I think we've seen some really powerful examples of rights-based approaches where supporting communities to gain recognized rights to their land is a profoundly important starting point. It's about supporting, recognizing the rights, working in equal partnership with those groups. And that is our pathway to achieving scale in a way that will endure and will drive the most positive outcomes for climate, for people, and for nature.
Fortalecer la capacidad de los pueblos indígenas. Yo personalmente no me gusta cuando dicen creación de capacidades. Es como si los indígenas no tuviéramos la capacidad. Si lo tenemos, hay que fortalecer.
A community-led approach is the center of this holistic model that delivers real and measurable social, climate, and carbon impact. We've realized that this is key to not only delivering long-term impact, but also creating robust and scalable projects.
The old African proverb is to go fast, go alone, but to go far, we need to go together. And I think that really is the essence of this.